Before we start the video, I would just like to come on here and give a quick little Bible verse. I want to start doing this at the beginning of every single video. You may not be Christian, but I feel like everyone needs to hear these messages. And today we have Jeremiah 29:11. It is, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So whatever you're going through right now, just know it will get better. Stay hopeful. Keep grinding, keep chipping away at whatever it is, and it will get better, and I promise you there's better days ahead. I love you all. Thanks for clicking onto the channel, and let's get into the video. Welcome back inside the BROGAN HILLMAN Show, and today we are previewing the College Football National Championship 2024. It is a really good matchup. Two powerhouse teams that put on a show in the semifinals. The semifinals were really good this year. Both very close games. Michigan beating Alabama 27-20, beating them by 7 in overtime. Great game. Questionable call. And then the second game, obviously, Texas versus Washington. Washington pulling out 37-31 by 6. So both one-score games, both really close games coming down to the wire. Both came down to the last play inside of, I believe it was like the 10-yard line around there. Amazing game. So today we're going to be previewing the national championship. Both these quarterbacks put up a great game. Michael Penix went 29 for 38 with 430 through the air, which is just insane. He had 2 passing touchdowns, and he had a rating of 188.7, which is extremely high, especially in the playoffs, proving why he is known as one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football yet again. And then J.J. McCarthy himself put up a very respectful game, going 17 for 27, not as much air raid offense at Michigan, passing for 221 through the air, 3 touchdowns, had 25 rushing yards on top of that. MPJ had 31 rushing yards in his performance, and JJ ultimately ended up with a rating of 168.4. Again, 2 very respectable ratings, very respectable games from both quarterbacks. Put on a show. Both were clean through the air, no interceptions, no turnovers in that aspect. MPJ just looks so pro-ready. He, to me, is the most pro-ready quarterback in that draft class, 100%. I think you can throw him into any situation in the NFL right now, and he will ball out. He puts the ball in such precise locations. It is insane. I was watching that game. He was dropping them into the basket play after play, in stride, effortlessly. It was insane to watch. And then J.J. McCarthy, I really like his ability to extend plays. Even when it looks like there's nothing there and it's all broken down, he can roll left, he can roll right, he can place it where it needs to be on the sideline, always pinpoint, always toe drag, sets up his receivers in great position day after day, game after game. Meditating before the game, he finally got to put that rose in his mouth, got to taste the victory. Michigan, after 3 consecutive trips to the semifinals, has finally earned their bid to the national championship. And a lot of people are calling it controversial because of the sign stealing, but I think they deserve it. Michigan fans have something to celebrate about, and I think it's going to be a very good national championship, a lot better than last year's. It'll be a lot more entertaining, a lot more close of a game, and this could go either way in my opinion. Honestly, I think Michigan's defense against Washington's offense is going to be what you need to watch. Michigan has a great defense, great pass rush. They got to Jalen Milroe like 5 or 6 times in that game, dropping him consecutively. So I think Michael Penix is going to need to extend plays. He's going to need to be on high alert and keep dropping those dimes under pressure, because he will be under pressure all night against that Michigan front. I feel like it's going to be very entertaining to watch, and see if he can put up a similar stat line like he did against Texas, even with that blitz coming at him. And then J.J. McCarthy against that Washington defense, being able to extend plays, it's going to really need to come in handy. J.J. McCarthy's going to need to find his targets, his good targets like Roman Wilson, and just let him run free. We saw when you get the hands in your playmakers like Roman Wilson and Blake Corum, they can make stuff happen. It was great to watch against Alabama, that is for sure. This is probably one of the best national championships, one of the most even national championships we've seen in a while. And honestly, I'm going to have to give the edge to Michigan here. Washington is looking very solid. Do not be surprised if Washington comes out and wins this game. But I have Michigan coming out, and I have Michigan winning this game 37-30. They put up 37 2 games in a row. Michigan gets to that 30 mark, and I believe they're going to hold them off there, 37-30. And yeah, I like that. I said Michigan. I said Washington. I'm really undecided right now, currently as of recording. I'm gonna give it to Washington. Honestly, I feel like MPJ Roma Dunze is such a nice duo. It's so clean. Adding the running back there for power back, extra yards after the carry. It is a great offense to watch. Both teams have a great offense, but I think MPJ and his squad will get it rolling on Monday night. I think they'll come away with a dub, and I could see MPJ putting up a similar stat line. He was 29 for 38, as we already mentioned, 430 through the air, 2 passing touchdowns. I feel like he could put up a similar game. Michigan defense is very, very good, so he's going to have to be on his A game, but I could very well see him get done. If you agree with me or you have like colliding takes with me, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know who you think's going to win. Let me know how you think these quarterbacks are going to play, and let me see how the overall game's going to go. Do you think it's going to be a defensive battle? Do you think it's going to be more back and forth points battle like we saw in Michigan versus TCU? Let me know what you think down below. I personally have Washington winning 37-30 over that J.J. McCarthy Michigan squad, but I am not counting them out. If Michigan takes it in a close game, I would not be surprised. I feel like it's going to be a one-score game for whoever wins, and it's going to be a great offensive and defense show, and I feel like there's going to be some points scored in this game. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Brogan Hillman Show. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already. I love you all, and as always, keep God number one. I'm out.